The emergency light buzzed. I was slumped in a seat, hands sticky on vinyl. A cold weight pressed my shoulder. I turned. A face.
Pale.
Eyes fixed on the ceiling. The bus moved. I remember the bar.
Rain.
The last bell. Then this orange light. The smell of metal and old soap. I said hello, and the sound felt wrong. No one answered. Jackets folded like people put them away. Up front, the driver's seat was empty. The wheel turned itself. A thermos left a dark ring on the dash. The emergency cord hung useless. I should have left. I couldn't. Fear made me move in small, careful steps. I pressed my ear to a chest. Nothing. The skin under my face crinkled like paper. A hospital band on a wrist. The ink rubbed away. The air tasted of pennies. Mini cliffhanger one. My lighter sat on the floor at my feet. My initials carved into it. I didn't remember dropping it. My hands went numb. A shadow passed under the windows. The roof groaned. Something walked up there. I felt the bus tilt under false weight. The vents whispered. For a moment I thought it was rain, but the sound was too measured. Footfalls stepping in cadence, like someone pacing out a script. On the driver's seat, a folded paper had one sentence in my handwriting. Don't open the back. My phone buzzed with a photo, taken from the rear, an aisle of still faces. I hadn't filmed it. My stomach dropped. Mini cliffhanger, too. At the far rear, a hand slid from under a seat. It dragged along the floor toward the aisle, deliberate and slow. The motion was patient. I smashed the window with a hammer. Glass spidered. Heads turned, eyes glassy, restless. The bus breathed on. Footsteps on the roof stopped. Outside, a figure stood under a lamppost, coat dark and dripping. No face, only shadow. The puddles at its feet stayed still. The air where it stood smelled like river rot and old paper. Help, I shouted. The figure raised an arm in a wrong, puppet way, then walked away, leaving no footprints in puddles. I forced the rear door. Cold river air washed the aisle. On the pavement, the figure held a torn ticket stub. It matched the tickets overhead. On mine, someone had written my name. My handwriting. Mini cliffhanger 3. A sound like paper tearing came from the back. The head there turned. When it looked up, I saw my face. Pale, blank, mouth sealed with thread. Its eyes were mine reflected wrong. Memory slipped, smoke, a laugh, then nothing. The bus felt like a collector's van. We weren't whole people. We were arrangements, parts folded into seats like laundry. A child's mitten, a bus pass, a crumpled note, things that prove you were you. The seated version of me smiled. It wasn't my smile. It was practiced like a tag stitched in. It reached for me. You forgot to close the window, it said in my voice, polite and far away. My throat made an ugly sound. I thought about the lighter, the photo, the message on the paper. How had I written, don't open the back, if I'd opened it? They didn't collect bodies. They collected traces, receipts, lighters, names, and folded them into seats until the result looked like a person. The copy at the rear touched the thread at its lips and smiled like someone remembering. I tried to run, to throw myself at the figure, but the aisle was a corridor of still hands. The bus's engine hummed like a satisfied thing. The copy at the back slid a ticket into my palm midnight. My name. The ink still wet. The twist hit like cold. I wasn't the original inside my skin. I was a replacement or a rehearsal, an echo given space to realize. The hand in my lap was gentle and not mine. My face in the window stared back with a stitched mouth and watched me figure it out. I pressed my fingers to my cheek and felt seams under the skin, like thin ridges where fabric meets. I tried to scream and found the sound wasn't mine. The collectors wanted reliable things. Names you answer to, the clothes you wore last, the lighter in your pocket. They wanted the little proofs you keep because proof makes a person believable. We were tidy now, usable. The bus slowed for a stop. The doors opened onto empty pavement. No one moved to get off. The doors closed again. The bus pulled away. We continued our route. I kept looking at the face in the back. Memory had been clipped. All I had was a ticket in my palm and a seat waiting to fold me into it. The lights hummed above. The bus moved through the night.